man, there goes Alex with his floating island house. So freaking cool. And we don't even have a house yet. In fact, there are so many awesome houses around Spawn Town. I feel like we're so far behind. So in today's episode of StreamCraft, we're going to finally break ground on the Coop Dizzle Mansion, and also bring this dead river back from the grave. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? It is Coop Dizzle here, and welcome back for episode 2 on the StreamCraft server. For season 2, I should say. It is another beautiful day here on StreamCraft, and we're just hanging out here in the Spawn Town, and this place is really coming alive. Check out all of these structures, and yeah, we've got some really cool projects planned for today, guys, but big projects also means a lot of resource gathering because it's only episode 2. It's only about to be the second week of the server, and so yeah, I really don't have anything to work with. I've been doing a little bit of work off camera, but not enough for what we have planned for this episode. So it's going to be really cool, guys, but hang in there. The first part of the episode is going to be a little bit of like getting some stuff together, and then we have 2 big projects planned for toward the middle and end of the episode. So first of all, let's take a look at Spawn Town before we talk about all that. Last time we had this house. That tower was about half of what it is now. We had Chewy's tower over there, KR, and I believe that is Beth's. And man, this place is just looking better and better, isn't it? So now we have this monstrosity over here. Rossman's been working on that, and that is the future town hall. So I'm really excited to see how that turns out. Looks like it's going to be magnificent. And yeah, things are just looking really cool. So I'm really excited about it. And there are some things that aren't quite rendered in. I think our max render distance is 16, and so there we go. Like E-Squared's houses were over there. Man, I wish I could play with a higher render setting because this place would look even better. And yeah, there's our little hilltop over there. I've cleared out all the trees, but I have to do a lot of flattening out because we need as much area as possible for the actual house that we're going to be building. So that's something we're actually going to work on in today's episode, and hopefully we can get it done. I do have to get a lot of resources together though, including a lot of brick, a lot more andesite, and possibly more quartz, some glass as well. But what else has been going on? The other big project is the river restoration project. And from up here, this is another reason I wanted to start up here, because I want you to be able to see how big of a difference it's going to make once we get this in. The river comes in from over here somewhere and kind of snakes in through here, curves around there underneath that bridge, and then goes off in that direction. And I don't know if we can see it, but let me just run over here real quick, and hopefully we can kind of see where that river continues on. Sort of. So it kind of curves behind Kiara's house, and I think off in that direction a little bit. So once we add all of that blue in, man, it is really going to help. It also means that we're going to be adding in a lot more of these custom trees, like this one and this one over here. And that's going to be really cool too, as well as a lot more flora. So it's going to be really cool, guys. Spawn Town's going to look a heck of a lot cooler once we get this stuff done, because we're going to have the river, and that's going to be a group project, by the way. So we're still collecting resources over there with those chests, and everyone's going to come in, help dump in the blocks, and put in all the decorations and stuff. And then between that and then getting our house set up over here, that's going to be so awesome. And by the way, it looks like I've got a neighbor. Alex is moving in over there. He's kind of struggling, but he wants to build a floating island. And as you know, I have a little bit of experience with this. Oh man, yeah, I know how you feel, buddy. So I might help him out with that a little bit too if he wants me to. I might try and give him a helping hand and help him get that set up, because it's really tricky to do floating islands, especially in survival mode, where it takes so long to undo things. But anyway, guys, so the first order of business for me in this episode, we have to basically clear out this plot of land. I managed to clear all the trees, like I said, but I do need to do a whole bunch of flattening. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and work on that in a third-person montage or time-lapse, and just kind of get this place prepped for the incoming Coop Dizzle Mansion. So let's get to work, guys. We'll see you in a minute. Well, guys, we got it done, and yeah, this took so much longer than I expected. Look at this massive area, though, that we have to build on now. I'm really excited. Hopefully this is enough room. You know, the house is going to be pretty big, but actually there's a lot of stuff around it that takes up a lot of space, too. So now that we've got that done, we have, well, I mean, we're pretty much ready to build, but at the same time, I'm really low on, I'm really low on resources. It may look like I got a whole lot more resources. I did get a bunch more blocks, so that's cool. I got tons of cobblestone, some more stone, a bunch of dirt. I used a lot of the dirt to kind of fill this back in. And by the way, I do want to give a huge thank you to E2 and to KR. They kind of came over and helped me right at the finish line there, helped me get the last few layers shaved off and helped me fill this thing in with dirt. So that was pretty much my whole Friday evening, guys, was getting this thing flattened out. It took much longer than I thought. The problem is, I don't have an efficiency 5 pick. Oh yeah, my pants broke. I need to make some more pants. But yeah, I don't have an efficiency 5 pick, and I don't have a lot of diamonds. I had some good, decent picks, efficiency 4 picks, but I don't have any diamonds to repair those at this point. And so, yeah, I did get a diamond pick from E2. He did that because I let him borrow my Silk Touch iron pick, I guess, which was really nice of him. But what else, man? This is all I have as far as building supplies for the house. Speaking of which, that's what we meant to do right now. I am working on getting this clay smelted up. So I'm going to start dropping those in here real quick. Anyway, so the thing is, before we start building, why on earth would I have put it in there? Is that on all of them? Oh my goodness. So before we start building, I need to smelt up all these clay balls. This was something I did off camera after we got that land flattened out because, you know, I figured you're not going to want to watch me gather resources the entire episode. So some of that's just got to happen off camera. And hopefully I found enough clay for now that we can at least get a really good start on our house. It's going to be... Well, I tell you what we'll do. Here in a second, I will go into the creative world. Oh, come on, controls, there we go. I'll go into the world where I've been kind of toying around with the design a little bit. I don't have much done, but I have a little bit done. We'll check that out together, and then we can get started on it. But the other thing, too, before we get started on it, like I was trying to say before I got sidetracked here, is that as you can see, I'm just really poor. Like, I have some iron somewhere to make more pants, and we can get probably a better enchantment on it, but I don't. It's like, where is it? I need to get organized, man. Come on, where are you? The iron. There's some iron. 23 iron, a whopping 23. See what I'm saying, guys? I haven't had the chance to really do that much mining, and so I don't have a whole lot of things like coal. You know, I gave up 4 stacks of logs, which I hate to do, but I did that so I could make charcoal to smelt up the clay. And yeah, I just don't have a lot of stuff. I don't have any diamonds, really. I think I have 2 diamonds left, hardly any coal, and very little iron. So guys, I've got to do some maintenance work. I just have to do it, okay? So I didn't want to make you watch me hunt around for clay right after flattening, you know, this big area. But I think we are going to do a mining challenge. So I tell you what we'll do first. Let's go hop into that creative world. It's on Asuma's creative plot world domain, and then I'll kind of show you what I've been working on there. And then after that, we'll probably do like a mining challenge or something, just so I can get some resources. I've got to at least be able to operate. So, alright guys, let's go hop into the creative world, and I'll show you a little bit of what I worked on. Alright guys, first of all, don't judge it. Don't judge me either. It's not done. This is basically just me experimenting, okay? So, are you ready? I'm telling you, don't judge it. Alright, ready? Here we go. This is what we're looking at so far. And yeah, it might be a little bit confusing, but basically what I do in creative mode is I experiment, okay? So I kind of get on and I kind of try and figure out what works, what doesn't work, and kind of how do I want things to go. So right now I just have this front wall, and that's it. And what I did was I built out this front wall. Originally I used this palette right here, the diorite, polished diorite, and quartz. And then I kind of moved over and did the sandstone and clay, stained clay. Actually no, sandstone and sand. So I gave it a try just to see how it would go. I tried a lot of different things, but I tried using the exact same color palette as we did on the Hacienda, because I already know that goes well together. And by the way, this was one of the admins, I think, put a couple of heads on here. That's kind of a joke because, well, this is supposed to be modeled after Scarface's mansion and the movie Scarface, if you're familiar with that. And so he just thought it would be appropriate, I guess, to put a couple of heads on my front porch, the heads of my enemies. But anyway, guys, so yeah, this is kind of what I do, though. I came in here, and originally, you know, like we have this border right here. This orange needed to be like an orange or a yellow border going all the way across. And then I thought, well, let's experiment. You know, we had these for stairs, and then I thought, well, let's try the sandstone. And so I just tried out some different stuff. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure which one I like the best. Right now, I'm preparing to use the diorite and the quartz. The actual house itself is pretty much white. It's all white, and it's not contrasty at all, but it has a lot of arches and it has pillars and things. It looks pretty cool. It looks fancy. The big thing that makes it look nice is all the stuff surrounding it. So like this little courtyard area out here, I think this isn't going to be on the slab. That was one thing I kind of debated. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it down, even though it is kind of neat to be able to see, or well, I guess to have this kind of layer, you know what I mean, like to have this layer on top of it. I don't think we're gonna go that route. So anyway, and then we've got the little fountain in the middle. I mean, this is a really cool thing. Just imagine walking up to it. Although the other thing is, I don't know if this is supposed to be the front of the house or the side of the house. It's really hard to tell from pictures. But anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much about this. Let's go ahead and head back over to StreamCraft. I really need to get some mining done if we're going to continue to operate. Alright guys, well here we are. I've done a tiny bit of mining here, but this was before the episode just to get a little bit of stuff. I haven't done much, so we should be able to do quite a lot of mining in this area. And yeah, if we don't run into other people's tunnels, like that one was someone else's tunnel. But anyway, so this is what I've got going on, guys, is basically this efficiency 4 silk touch, unbreaking 3, efficiency 4 shovel, efficiency 4 fortune 3. So I know last time that we did a mining challenge in an episode, I went ahead and did the whole, like, see how much I can get and can you guess it? And a lot of you guys, surprisingly, really seem to enjoy that. So we're going to go ahead and do that again. I'm going to spend about 1 hour mining, and that's it, because I need to get on with the building projects. But I'm going to spend 1 hour mining, and you just saw what I'm working with, no beacons or anything else. So if you want to take a guess at how much resources I'm going to get, specifically we are looking for stacks of diorite. That's going to slow me down, okay, stacks of diorite, but also of course diamonds, lapis are the two big ones, redstone and coal is another big one. And then, you know, gold, don't worry about it, we've got a gold farm. Iron, yeah, maybe iron. So whatever you want to guess, you just feel free to leave it down in the comments. And then what I'll do is, for an actual prize, because I never see anyone get a prize for this, but for an actual prize, I will give you a shout out in the next episode. So I'll just say, hey, this person guessed the closest, so congrats to that person and whatnot. But no cheating. Alright, so I'm going to get started, guys, and go ahead while the little montage is rolling. Feel free to go leave your guess in the comments, and I will see you in just a minute. So while we're mining away, trying to get some basic resources together, I just wanted to take a second and say thank you guys so much for all of your support on the first episode of the season. That video so far has way outperformed my typical Let's Play video, and it's just been a lot of fun to see it happen. One big part of that was the viewers who are from the Votable community, who upvoted that post that I put on the Votable page. I think the thumbnail for my last episode stayed on the front page of Votable, pretty close to the top, for about 24 hours or so, which is incredible. Most of the time when I post something on Votable, about, I want to say 2,000 or so people will see it, or it'll get 2,000 views, I should say. But this time it got about 18,000 views, so that kind of thing makes a huge difference. And so thank you so much to everyone who watched the episode, and thank you for everyone who liked and commented on the episode or who voted it up on Votable. I really appreciate your support, guys. So I just wanted to take a second and say thank you again. And yeah, let's check out how the mining challenge went. Alright, so I went mining for exactly 1 hour, and if you have not commented yet, this is kind of your last chance to go down and take a guess. And even though I have Silk Touch, I went ahead and fortuned everything up just because it's easier to transport, I think, when you just make it all into, you know, like lapis blocks, for example. You can transport it back over faster. That said, I went ahead and broke it down into stacks. So go ahead and put your guess in stacks if you want to go ahead and do that. So block-wise, okay, well, I meant to open the other one first, but here you go. So only 10 diamonds. I couldn't believe it. For an hour, only 10 diamonds. That's pretty unlucky. But then again, there are some other tunnels and stuff. Most of this place has already been mined out. But we've got 1, 2, 3, almost 4 stacks of lapis, 47 gold ore, 64 stack and 48 of iron ore, and then stacks of redstone. Let's see, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stacks of redstone plus a little bit. And then it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 10 and a half stacks of coal. And then 9, 10, almost 11 stacks of diorite, which is really going to help us with our building project today, or at least the first of 2 building projects. So hopefully you guys have stuck through the episode to this point, because this is where we actually start to get to build stuff. Sorry that it took so long this time, but you know how it is. You know, the game is just getting started and you have to do this kind of thing. And so anyway, what we're going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and transport all this stuff back over to my area, and then we are finally going to get started with our house here in the spawn town. So let me get all this stuff transported, and I'm going to go ahead and start building a little bit over there, and yeah, I'll show you what it looks like when I have something cool. Alright guys, well, I'm really sorry about this rain, but you know what, I kind of just have to go ahead and record, so I hope that you will be able to ignore this alright. Hey John. So, John is showing up. We're about to actually get on with the next project, which I'll talk about in just a second. So this entrance is going to have to get pushed way over, as far over there as I can get it. And depending, I'm going to have to build up the back wall first, but I may even be able to push this sort of back that way a little bit and down the side. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. But aside from that, I think that the Rotunda area has turned out really cool. Again, oh man, this rain is not the best place to show it. But anyway, so we've got the palm trees. We got 4 of these bad boys. I think they look pretty cool. They're a little bit weird, but I mean, they're palm trees, you know what I mean? Like, they're really tough to make. Some convincing palm trees in Minecraft, although that one probably turned out better than any of the other ones, I think. I did that one a little bit differently. That one's not so bad. But anyway, so that's a nice little touch. It's a different kind of tree, almost like we imported them because we're so rich, you know, from all of our high crime and stuff. And so Anyway, so we brought all the trees in here, and then we've got the lots of bushes and some different flowers and plant life and stuff. The fountains themselves I think are really nice, and one detail you may not have noticed in the montage is the cobblestone fence under, well, I guess on top of the redstone lamps. The lamps are just to provide light, but the fence kind of acts as like the water spout for these little, I guess, mini water fountains. This is not the original water fountain design I wanted to go with for the middle. I wanted to have like sort of a cup shape, but this is actually considerably smaller than what I showed you earlier in that plot world, and so I kind of had to change my plans. If I had done a cup shape here, then it wouldn't have looked very good, so I just went ahead and went for something like that. But anyway, guys, oh yeah, the lions. I didn't really show that on the montage other than to just kind of do a pass by of it. I really like this design. I kind of borrowed the front part from a YouTube tutorial. I'll try to put the link to that in the description if I can find it again. And then the back part I kind of did myself because the one that I was following was a little bit too long for my walkway here. Like, this is going to be you just barely going up against the wall right here. So it takes up some space, but I think it's totally worth it. We've got the 2 lions standing guard, and that's not anything that came from the actual Scarface movie, other than I think he has a tiger, a pet tiger or something like that. But I just thought it was a really cool touch. Hey buddy. So anyway, guys, this is kind of how it turned out, and this might be all we get done in the episode, which isn't as much as I'd wanted to do, but trust me, this took ages, and it really, you know, we had to go find a jungle as well, so this was a pretty huge project, you know, gathering all the resources, the clay and the jungle stuff and all the quartz and the diorite. I mean, this was massive, and so we should be able to get quite a lot more done in the next episode, but I think for now we might just call this here and just be really happy with it. Oh, there is one more thing I want to show you though, which is just something I did off camera. You'll notice my chests are all missing, so they're actually relocated. I finally made myself a storage area down here, so it's nothing special. I just kind of threw this together. I've decided I don't want to keep my chests out in the open anymore like I did last season. So even if I just have to build a little quick and dirty storage facility like this one, and, you know, get all my furnaces and all that stuff in here too, I'm just going to do it, you know, because it is nicer than just having them out in the open and they're not going to be an eyesore. So anyway, that's how we're rolling this season. That's my temporary crib until I get this one off the ground, because, you know, this could take, by the time we do the interior and all that stuff, could take 2 or 3 more episodes. I'm thinking at least 1 or 2 more. So we'll see how the building goes in the next episode. But anyway, guys, it is time for the other big project in today's episode. That is the StreamCraft River Restoration Project. So I am going to meet up with John down here, and whoever else shows up. Hopefully we get at least a couple more people. I know Kath was wanting to show up, and hopefully Kruk will show up as well. So anyway, hopefully those guys get here pretty soon and we can get a start on this thing. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to wait around for them to all show up, and then I'll see you in a second. Alright, cool. Well, at least we got a couple of people here to help out. Thanks for showing up, guys.
Kat will be coming once she's free.
Yeah, I knew she had some work to do or something. I'm going to turn down my game volume a little bit. There we go. The eating thing was really loud. Alright, so we're going to basically do this in 3 steps. Alright, so are we good? We're good so far?
I guess.
Alright, cool. So the basic plan is, and this kind of seems largely pointless if you think about it, but hopefully it'll turn out really cool. So I've never done anything of this scale before. But anyway, so you can put a light source down, and then you're just going to kind of texture around it with these blocks. Just totally randomly, and you can just put them on top of, you know, the existing stuff that's already there. And I mean, it's really not like, it's not hard, it's not like rocket science or anything. You just kind of play with it and till you get something that you like. And it's probably going to end up being mostly dirt, but that's totally cool. The idea is that I like it because it has kind of like a muddy texture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, so I guess the plan was to just kind of cover up the existing landscape and just, you know, customize it. And then once we get all that stuff customized, we can fill it in with water and add in the all the flora and stuff like that. So anyway, but that's basically the plan, is to just kind of go along here, and if we can put in light sources as we go, that would be really cool. It'll kind of really help the... Yeah, it'll just help make everything look a lot nicer once it's done. You'll be able to see more of the texture from above the water. Did I do that right?
We just need more, we need more lanterns.
Yeah, for sure. Alright guys, well, the river is completed. It is brought back to life. So, let's go check it out. Whoa! Oh, don't break yet. Alright. Oh, how am I gonna get out of this one? Let's get back into the regular... There we go. See if I can steer better now. So, this was probably a 5 or 6 hour long project. And as you can see, as we go along here, you can see those textures underneath the water. Whoa! Oh, thought we were gonna break there. Anyway, super nice. And yeah, we kind of go under these custom trees. That is a sight to behold, isn't it? And this place is just looking so cool from every angle. Oh, little rapids there. Oh, there we go, little speed boost. I mean, look at this. It's gorgeous. KR and Kruk put in a lot of work onto the retaining wall. They also built up this bridge. In fact, they did a lot of stuff. We're going to check it all out in more detail next episode. Again, come on. Well, I don't really need it. Let's just kind of go for a swim. It's a little bit faster anyway. But yeah, check out all of this detail, man. I love it. You show me one other river anywhere else in the game that has this kind of love and attention, and I will be very impressed. And before we go, bam, look at that. I finished up the back wall. It looks so cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And yeah, I don't know really how the rest of the house is going to go. I'm kind of, you know, doing a lot of back and forth. And this is only just the first floor. There's going to be a little bit that goes above that too. But I mean, just look at this place. It is gorgeous. I love it. I love hanging out here. And yeah, the only thing that this is missing, of course, is a door. I think that the oak is going to turn into, what's it called, birchwood. So just because it's a little bit brighter, I think we'll do that. And armor stands. There are going to be iron armor stands there representing statues. And it's going to be really cool. But man, we are off to a great start on our house here. This is so pretty. I love it. But anyway, guys, so that's going to do it, though. And like I said, if you didn't enjoy the episode, please hit the like button. And feel free to share the video if you want to. And hang out in the comments. Let me know. If you didn't comment for the mining challenge, then let me know. What do you think of the Rotunda? This was a big project. I mean, we got a lot done today. We flattened out the plot, and we built the Rotunda. We did the river. We did this, although that was entirely off camera. So tons and tons of progress in today's episode. And I think everything is looking really, really nice. So I'm loving it, guys. Having a lot of fun playing on the server this season. So anyway, but let me know what you think. Sorry, let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, I guess that's going to do it. So until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out today. May you be happy, may you be well, and take care. I'll see you later.